Well, a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to EVES Rotorua here this morning. We've just got the one property, so we won't take too much of your time. My name is Grant Child, and it is my pleasure to be facilitating proceedings here this morning for this one property. And what I'm actually here to do is to coattail the fantastic work of Joy Kelly and Gary Singh, who have been the principal marketing consultants, providing you all the documentation that you need to make those buying decisions. So I've also got Robin, you see her up on the screen here. She's actually controlling the slideshow, so a pretty straightforward and easy process here in Rotorua for this fantastic property. Just moving on, documentation. Auctions are no different, folks. We do have documentation that we need to tend to. Bidding and buying at the auction, you're bidding on the basis that we have provided you with the buyers and sellers guide, available on the table just over there as well. When you sign the next document, folks, which is the most important one coming up on the screen now, the contract of sale, that is confirming in writing that we have provided you with that buyers and sellers guide as well. Now, this contract is the most important one, folks. It's been circulated widely by Joy and Gary as your ambassadors in your buying position today. Standard document approved by the Real Estate Institute of New Zealand, the Auckland District Law Society, and our current vendor's solicitor as well. So everything's all ticked off, and we trust that you have encountered your solicitor and had everything done, including the title check as well, because bidding and buying at auction, you are deemed to have accepted the vendor's title without any rights of requisition. By way of any bidding today, buyers, I'm going to assume that you've read, understood, accept that contract today, so I'm not going to go through it any further, apart from highlighting a couple of pertinent points set out here on the front page. That's what you see there in blue on the screen. That is the conduct of auction. I'm not going to go through it in its entirety. Naturally, the vendors have set a reserve price. Subject to that being reached or exceeded, then the property will be sold to the highest bidder. I just want to cover off vendor bidding, folks, just to dispel any myths out there about vendor bids being used to push the price up. That's an absolute load of nonsense. I am authorised by the vendors to submit vendor bids. I will disclose any vendor bids, and I will only use a vendor bid if I've only got one person participating in the auction and I am south of the vendor's reserve price. Never ever use vendor bids at or above the reserve price. It is simply a technique to work alongside you to get you to a level where we will pause the auction below our seller's reserve and see if we can help you purchase the property here. If you're unsure as to who is holding the bid at any time through proceedings, just ask me and I will clarify exactly where it is instantly for you. The only other thing I want to remind you of as far as the conduct of today's auction is your obligations immediately on completion of the auction is to obviously, apart with a little bit of your hard-earned cash, we only ask for 1/10 of the purchase price here today. Obviously that forms the deposit, and the balance is then payable on the settlement date, and I'll cover that off with you very shortly as well. Your other obligation is to give us your autograph, and that goes on the contract, seals the deal, and everything's all tickety-bee and good to go. Happy to answer any questions at this juncture, folks. I know we've got registered telephone bidders who are currently on holiday overseas. Hope you're really enjoying it, and welcome. I know you'll be watching via the live stream as well. So any questions, folks, before we actually get on with it, and I share with you a few pearls of wisdom about this wonderful offering that we've got here for you this morning. Obviously no questions from our phone bidders at all there, Joy, all good to go. So obviously we are here for the property at number 10 Kelly Street. Now this property here, it spells potential, 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 and that potential comes with a capital P. You will have recognised that when you went and viewed the property, and I'm going to highlight a few pertinent points for you. But before I do so, I'll just cover off the legal aspects of the property. We sell today on behalf of our vendors, Flintstones Limited. It is a freehold estate, 814 square metres more or less is your land holding, and that's all described in Record of Title SA 6C Folio 215 in the South Auckland Registry Office. You will have noticed a clause in the contract. I make reference to it. I'm not going to read it word for word. That is what we call an apportionment clause, which is quite standard for these types of properties. Now, there was some documentation that was circulated stating that the settlement date was 95 days from today's date. That has been amended. Your settlement date now is 10 working days from today's date, and you purchase the property subject to the existing tenancies, where number 10 Kelly Street is currently getting a rent return of $580 per week. A bond has been paid and lodged at $2,320 per week, $2,320 rather. 10A Kelly Street, the rent there is currently at $300 a week, and a bond of $920 has been lodged for that one. So as far as the chattels list and everything is all standard. No amendments, deletions or changes, Gary, Joy, all good to go there. So pretty straightforward there, folks, for this particular property. And again, I remind you, we do have authorised telephone bidding in place for this one, approved by our vendors and of course approved by our buyers to accept their bids via the telephone. So here we go, folks, back to the property itself there. Just a few pearls of wisdom. I won't go on too long about it. You've all viewed the property. You know exactly what it's all about, but you've got the potential return there. As I mentioned, we've just lost it. Here we go. Just lost our screen for a moment. There we go. As I mentioned, folks, you know, with the rent return 580 and the 300, that gives you a potential return exceeding 6%. So pretty good rental return here. You've got the potential for improvements, and then of course you will be able to, after you've done that, have those rents reviewed and increase your rate of return as well. So there's also the potential here with this property for the new owners to maybe do some renovations on the main house there that provides you those wonderful spaces. Maybe occupy that and then rent the back one out. These are all options. You could also have extended family coming and help them away as well. But I think one of the features of this property, one of the good things is that the live stream or is that just the screen here that's
No, I'm just checking it out.
yeah, just if we can just check to see if it is the live stream.
Cutting in and out on the live stream.
Got our vendors on the phone.
Live stream's okay.
Okay, live stream's okay. So it's obviously the screen here. So as you see there, I think this is one of the benefits of this property as well, having that extra space in that 814 square metres for the kids to be able to enjoy, you know, climbing trees and building tree huts and all that sort of thing. And then of course you've got the stream beyond there that people have been known to go and catch some trout. So pretty much a wonderful environment. So think about the fun that the kids are going to have as well. The list of the benefits of this property could just go on and on and on. So all I'll just mention to you now, folks, is the fact that it's conveniently located near all levels of schools, local shops, medical facilities, all close by, just a few minutes drive to the CBD. This property certainly promises both ease, accessibility and massive potential. So here we go, folks, in your hands now. Where would you like to start the auction away? Obviously a very compelling description of the property that I gave you. Somebody start me away. Happy to suggest a figure, but my figure might be different to yours. Could I suggest a $600,000 start? Travel along in nice easy tens from there.
Would you say 6? Sorry, Grant. Sorry, what did you say?
600? 600 to get me started. We'll roll along nicely in $10,000 rises from there.
Jane?
Right, happy to start your way at $600,000 then on the vendor bid, folks. So I know you've got interest in the property. Your opportunity is here today. At $600,000, I open the bidding on behalf of our seller now with a vendor bid, and we'll take $10,000 rises from here. At $600,000, who takes me to 610? Here's your opportunity now. At 610, 610 we go. With our phone bidder now at 610, do I have 620 from you here in the room? At $610,000, phone bidder in the lead at this point in time. No prizes for second here. First call now, second, third. Last opportunity for you to join us if you're here for this one. I know you haven't just come along to see me. Happy to advance you along on behalf of our seller then at $620,000. Vendor bid at 620. Make it 630, shall we? Here's your opportunity now. At 630, you can jump in here at any stage there, folks. Just nod of the head, wink of the eye. Won't take it personally. Don't be shy. Your opportunity is here. At $630,000. Vendor bid at this point in time. 20 rather. At 620 it is. Do we have 630 for? 630 we go now. $630,000 with our phone bidder here. Hope you're enjoying the journey here, folks. Brace yourselves. At $630,000. Take a $10,000 rise from here. First call, second time, third. Last opportunity for you to join us here in the room. Right, I'm happy to go once more on behalf of our seller then at $640,000. I won't be doing any further vendor bidding. Put another 10 on top. We'll pause the auction and we'll have a discussion with our seller. At $640,000. Vendor bid at this point in time. No further vendor bids will be submitted. The highest bidder over and above that gets the opportunity to continue discussions with our sellers. Is it you here in the room?
Chance to talk to you and to the vendor.
$640,000. Need a $10,000 rise to give you that
So
chance.
650? Shane? Yep, 650.
$650 it is. It's $650,000 with our phone bidder now, and my man and my word. But brace yourselves, folks. I am obliged to put it to the floor once more. At $650,000 live bid on the phone here. I'll call it 3 times, otherwise we pause and continue discussions with our phone bidder. First, second, third, last opportunity for you to join us. Well, we're just going to pause and have some discussions with our phone bidders. We'll be back with you very shortly, folks.
What will happen now?
Alrighty, thanks for your patience, folks. As I say, week after week at the auctions, buying and selling real estate, very important decisions. And I've had a conversation with our sellers and with our telephone bidders who are currently on holiday at the moment. Joy, can you just confirm that our telephone bidders have amended their bid to $685,000?
Correct.
Just confirming at $685,000, I have clear instructions via the telephone from our sellers. The property is on the market. It's been sold to the highest bidder here today. At $685,000, as you see, the now selling sign is flashing, taking any denomination on that. Perhaps we go to $690. I don't know. You're the decision makers here. Maybe $687.5. It's entirely up to you. I'll even take a single, but I'm only going to call it 3 times and then it's gone. First call now for any advance on $685,000. Second time, third, final opportunity before it goes. Sold at $685,000. Congratulations to our telephone bidders. Congratulations, obviously, to our sellers. Thanks for your attendance today, folks, your participation on behalf of the team at EVES. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Now, you guys go and